warning before you listen. This epic is not for children, nor for the faint of heart. We retell the ancient Greek myths as they were born, unfiltered, unsoftened. Scenes of violence, curses, betrayals, and a hunger for power that shows no mercy. Given the many conflicting versions of the Titan War, the events have been rebuilt to complete the missing pieces. Here, we tell the myth as it was meant to be told. Sources and references are listed in the episode description.
Chapter 115, From War of the Titans, The Clash of Weapons and the Fall of Time, The Fall of Kronos, The Sky's Final Curtain, When Time Collapses at the Hand of Lightning. And yet, Kronos had not fallen. Though the sky burned, though lightning tore through every veil of eternity, though time itself screamed from its spine, he stood, not as a victor, not as the vanquished, but as something ancient, too old to know how to die. Blood leaked from his mouth, the sickle trembled in his grip, and his gaze? It did not meet Zeus. It looked up, at the sky itself, as though it had betrayed him. He stepped back twice, and in his eyes, a smile, not of triumph but of revelation, that the next strike would not shatter bone or steel, but existence. And so, the final chapter began. There was no sky anymore, only a scream. Cronus marched forward, dragging behind him the shredded remains of pride, clutching the sickle like it were the dagger of eternity itself. He raised his arm and roared, "I am the one who severed my father's manhood. I hung time by its own loins, and now this rodent, birthed from a traitor's womb, dares call himself a god?" He turned, and the cosmos turned with him. He lifted the sickle high, not to slice through heaven, but to tear open mythology itself. But Zeus was nowhere, because he was everywhere. Every flash, every crack, every flicker of lightning was him. And then he appeared, not alone. From behind him a creature emerged, a dragon of lightning. It had no wings but rifts of blinding radiance. It breathed no fire but peeled open the mouths of time. All went silent. Even time withdrew. Even the planets held their breath. Zeus spoke, but the voice that came out was not one god's, but the chorus of thousands. "You forged time to devour us. Now I forge the end, to devour you." Cronus laughed, and his laugh made the sky weep dust. "Do it then, son of the betrayer, but remember, I fathered your curse." And then they screamed. Together, the sickle descended from the heavens. The lightning dragon rose from the abyss. Two sounds that only meet at the end of creation. Two lights that leave nothing visible but naked truth. The sickle shattered, time fractured, as if one moment alone chose to annihilate all that came before. Kronos fell, not like a god, but like a rotten handful of past. His body crashed through the clouds, splitting them, collided with light, and dimmed it. The echo of his fall was heard across the sea, across the earth, and in every womb that ever dreamt of birthing a god. And Zeus now stood above him, lightning spear in hand, eyes staring into a future too final to be written. He said, "The throne returns to the sky, and filth is buried beneath the bones of time." Then he drove his thunder into the ground, and the sky gasped for the last time. This was the fall of Kronos, but the world had not yet risen. This chapter of the epic has come to an end, but remember, what you've just heard is not a record of facts, but the echo of a myth, a story born from the imagination of the ancients, etched into the long memory of humankind. If this tale stirred something in you, if it opened a door to reflection or wonder, don't forget to support the channel and share the journey with those you love. And in the comments, tell us, which moment in this chapter struck you the most and why? We'll meet again in the next chapter of this audio odyssey through time. Until then, farewell.